figure on the left, okay, this one is without source resistance Rs, this is with source resistance Rs, right. So we saw the gain of the we derived the gains, okay, of the both the configurations. We got it as for without Rs we got it as AV is equal to minus GM into R naught parallel RD parallel RL. Okay, this was gain with RL included. Okay, it is not open circuited gain. Open circuited gain I will make RL as infinite. So here that is given as this, that is minus GM into R naught parallel RD. Okay, R naught parallel RD. Right. Overall gain. The overall gain which you can see here is GV equals to AV into Rn by Rn plus Rc, where Rn is equal to Rg and AV is minus GM into R naught parallel RD parallel RL. Okay, this is without having source resistance. But if you have source resistance, let us see what AV is in that case. AV would be, it will actually reduce. So minus GM into RD parallel RL. Okay, the assumption we make here is assume R naught is equal to infinite. Right. The reason why is without Rs, what we do is we include R naught into our we replace that MOSFET with a small signal model. In that small signal model we have R naught, but in the case of with Rs, okay, here we replace the MOSFET with a T model, not hybrid pi model. We replace it with the T model. Why? Because in T model, if you look, this is gate, this is this dependent source, GM into VGS, and between source and gate and source I have this resistance 1 by GM. This is source and this is drain, right. This 1 by GM will act nicely with this Rs in series. That is why when I am analyzing common source amplifier with Rs, I don't use hybrid pi model, I'll use a T model, okay, just for this. No. So AV here will turn out to be this minus GM into RD parallel RL divided by 1 plus GM into Rs. Okay, so this Rs will behave as Rs will behave as a degenerative source, not source, resistance, degenerative resistance, basically negative feedback. Okay, right. So you can see if you compare the gains of both with Rs and without Rs, you can see that the gain is slightly reducing by a factor of 1 by GM into Rs, right. So AV naught would obviously get rid of RL, so it will be simply minus GM into RD divided by 1 plus GM into Rs. Right. Now in the overall gain GV, okay, GV is again the same formula. The only difference is AV into RG by RG plus R signal, where AV is minus GM RD parallel RL divided by 1 plus GM into Rs. Okay. Right. So this is what we derived in the last few class. Right. This is just a common source part. Okay. Next we'll look at common drain part, common gate part, then common drain. Then we'll try to find the differences between them. Okay. We will try and find the differences between them. So let us look at common drain, common gate. So common gate amplifier. Common gate amplifier. Okay, this is also called current follower. Current follower or unity current gain amplifier. Okay, we'll see all that why it is like this. Okay, so first the diagram, the circuit diagram. So common gate itself should tell you that the input, okay, the input is given at the source, output taken at drain, and gate, and the gate terminal is grounded. Okay, so this is basically common gate, right? So to draw the circuit diagram, okay, so first gate terminal, this is grounded, then this is my input. So to this I will give my input source, V signal, grounded, R signal, then I'll have a coupling capacitor, say CC1, this goes to source, and from here I have a biasing scheme using a current source I, which goes to minus VSS. Right, from here you have CC2, another coupling capacitor, load resistor going to ground, RL, and from this again this is V0. Right, and here you will have VDD and RD. So whatever connections you made to the gate, okay, if you compare it circuit wise to common source amplifier, whatever connections you made at the gate, okay, earlier this part, okay, this part was at gate, right, that has been shifted to the source part, that's it, and you have maintained gate as ground, right. So that's it, that is the only difference between the both of them. Okay, right, since this R sig is connected to source, okay, it is better I use T model here, so that 1 by Gm in the T model will be in series with this R sig, right. So if I actually draw the small signal model, small signal equivalent circuit, okay, so same things, I'll have to get rid of CC1, CC2, I, okay, all this CC1, CC2 will become short circuit, I, which is a current source near the source, okay, biasing source, okay, that will become open circuit, right. VSS is anyway grounded, VDD is anyway grounded, okay, VDD, VSS is actually shorted or grounded, okay. So now to draw the diagram, I will have V signal here, V signal, ground, then R signal, this will go to 1 by Gm, this will go to gate, which is actually grounded, This is actually a current source. Remember, it is a T model which I am using. So this, if I call it I, whatever current flows like this, that will also be I. That will also be I. And since VDD is grounded, RD will go like this. RD will be grounded. Then again RL. Right. This is the circuit diagram. Okay, the AC equivalent model. Okay, where instead of using hybrid pi, I am using T model. So in this, if I look at this part, okay, this part between this and between ground, okay, that is actually VI. Okay, say remember, VI is being applied here, right? VI is a signal which is coming from the actual signal source, the input signal source, right? Let me call the current which is traveling, this current, as II. Okay, VI and II. So the impedance which I measure in this direction, that will be Rin. So Rin is actually VI by II, right? And the impedance which I measure like this, that is actually R out. Okay, don't measure R out like this, that is wrong. Okay, you have to not include RL to measure R out, so that is wrong. So R out is this. From this, if you look at Rin, I think Rin is fairly obvious. Copy this. Do a separate analysis. Yeah. So from this, you can straight away say what is Rin. Any guesses what will be Rin? What is Rin? VI by II, fine, but I can see only one resistance when I look at Rin. Which resistance is that? Yeah?
Source resistance, sir.
Source resistance, correct. Which is the source resistance here?
RSIG.
There is no RS here, no?
RSIG, sir.
RSIG? No. Rin I am measuring here, like this. So it will not include V signal and R signal. It is measured like this, in this direction. Like
Okay.
this. Okay. So which one is it? I see only one resistance. This one.
1 by GM.
1 by GM. Right. So Rin will be only 1 by GM because we are looking into the source. We are looking into the source. Source terminal. Okay. And only 1 by GM is there. Nothing else. Alright. Only 1 by GM is there. So Rin is 1 by GM. So first one is done. I have found out what is Rin. Okay. Next. Now let me find what is VI. Okay. Now VI, if I draw a separate diagram like this, okay, this is plus minus V signal, this is R signal, and if I supposedly draw this Rin as like this, Rin, okay, like this, okay, and the voltage across Rin is obviously Vi, okay, then I can use voltage divider rule here, okay. So I can write Vi as V signal into Rin divided by Rin plus R sub. Correct? Any queries? Instead of writing the entire thing, I have assumed Rn to be a nice resistance here, and across that resistance I have Vi as the voltage drop. So Vi will be a voltage divider configuration of this. So Vi will be V signal into Rn by Rn plus R sub. Substitute the value of Rn in this. So Vi is equal to V signal 1 by Gm divided by 1 by Gm plus R sub. Right. So finally I get Vi as, therefore Vi as V signal divided by 1 plus Gm into R sub. Okay. Clear till here? Is it clear till here? Okay, right. Then if you look at this point, okay, what does this tell you? I see V signal is the actual input signal which you are giving to the common gate amplifier. Vi is the supposed input across the internal impedance Rin of your amplifier. Then what does this equation tell you? Vi is equal to V signal by 1 plus Gm into R signal. Any guesses? What is the implication of it? Okay, it means that because of the less input impedance, because of less input impedance, the input to the amplifier, okay, amplifier is common gate amplifier, CG, is degraded. Okay, instead of the entire input signal appearing at the input of the amplifier, only it is getting degraded by 1 plus Gm into R sub. Okay, it is getting degraded by this much, right? So if I want to make V signal, Vi, if I want to make Vi as V signal, then I have to ensure that Gm into R signal is very much less than 1. Okay, so which means R signal has to be very much less than 1 by Gm. So the internal impedance of the source should be very much less than 1 by Gm for this condition to be satisfied, for Vi to be same as V signal. So that is one you can say disadvantage of this, right? Next let us look at I now. Okay, I is this current this current, this is II. Okay, so I can write it as, copy the figure again. So from this I can write II as Vi by Rn. So it is Vi by 1 by Gm. Okay, so it is Gm into Va. Right. Now if you look at this current, see drain current is this ID, this is ID. So ID will be same as I. Okay, this ID will be same as this I. Right. So ID is equal to I is equal to this current, right, is equal to minus of I. Why? Because it is the way we took the current to be flowed, right? So if obviously all the magnitudes are same but the directions are different, right? ID I am taking it from the drain to source. I am taking from source to drain. Okay, II is the input current, right? ID is the drain current, right? So obviously this condition will satisfy. So ID is equal to, I can write minus GM into VI. Okay, if I use the above equation, right? So with this in mind, let me find out what is V naught now. So V naught equals to this V naught. If I measure the voltage at this point, that I will call it as VD. VD is nothing but the drain voltage. So anyway, V naught and VD are both parallel. V naught will be same as VD. Okay, is equal to minus ID into RD parallel RL. RD parallel RL. Okay, this you can get by applying KVL. KVL at drain side. Minus ID because ID is going away, and V naught, this is plus and this is minus V naught, right? So obviously the polarity is opposite. So V naught will be minus ID into, it will be V naught. If you apply KVL, you will actually get V naught plus ID into RD parallel RL equal to 0. This is what you get, but from this you get this, right? So I now know what is V naught. Substitute the value of V naught ID in this. So V naught is equal to minus of minus GM into VI into RD parallel RL. Okay. So from this I can straight away write V naught is equal to GM into VI into RD parallel RL. Okay. Therefore AV is GM into RD parallel RL. Again, here I have not included R naught just to make this analysis easy. That's all. No other purpose. Okay. So this is AV. Okay. So let me put it in a box like this. So from this you can say that CG is a non-inverting amplifier. Is a non-inverting amplifier. Right. So from this I can write AV naught as GM into RD, where RL is infinite. Right. So this also in a box. Next final thing I have to find is what is GV naught, GV. Okay. So GV is V naught by V signal. Again same thing, V naught divided by VI into, where is it from the first one? This one. V signal is equal to Vi into 1 plus GM into R signal. R signal. V naught by Vi is AV divided by 1 plus GM into R signal. So that should give GV as GM into RD parallel RL divided by 1 plus GM into RC. Okay. So this is my third. Okay, this is the overall gain you have. Right, clear? This is common gate configuration, but in the title we said that it was It was actually a current follower or unity current gain amplifier, right? So what we'll do now is we'll try and understand how that came into picture, right? Before that, here you find out what is GV naught on your own. Find GV naught. Okay, GV naught means you have to simply remove RL. That's all. You make RL infinite, you get GV naught. Open circuited overall gain. Right. So let us look at this figure again. But this time, okay, what I'll do is, instead of having V signal and R signal, okay, I'll replace that with Norton's equivalent. See, generally how these amplifiers are used is they are used in cascaded stages, right? Like this, cascaded stages. Now, the output and the output of the first amplifier A1, A2, A3. Okay, output of the first amplifier V0 and its output resistance R0. Okay, no, that if I write it in terms of Thevenins, I can replace this entire block with voltage source V0 in series with a resistance source R0. Right. But if I don't want to use Thevenins and I want to use current, Norton's theorem, so I can replace that entire A1 block with output current I0 in parallel with Norton's resistance R0. Okay, not R0 but something else. Okay, this will go to actually A2. Right. So the same thing I'll do here. Instead of having V signal and I signal, I will replace it with I signal and R signal, which are both connected in parallel. So this. So erase this part. This part is not needed. This I'll remove and I'll replace it with R signal and I signal. Both of which are grounded. So the current which we already saw earlier, so this current which is flowing like this, that is II, right? This voltage was Vi, and the input impedance which we saw is Rn. Okay, so this Rn we saw it as 1 by Gm, right? So what I'll do is I'll take only the input part. Okay, I'll take the input part and I'll draw it separately. Okay, input part. And so I will have I signal like this, followed by R signal like this, R signal, followed by Rin, which is actually 1 by Gm. Right. Then close this off. All of them are connected to ground like this. Okay, and this current which is flowing like this is II. Alright. Now for this, if I actually use the current divider rule. Current divider rule. Okay. So I can get II is equal to I signal into the parallel combination of both the resistances, R signal parallel Rin, divided by the resistance through which II is flowing. So that is Rin. Okay, so it's like a formula. Try and keep it in mind. You have to find the current flowing through Rn. So II is equal to the total current I signal into parallel combination of both the resistances R signal and Rn divided by the resistance through which II is flowing, that is Rn. So this is I signal into R signal into Rn divided by R signal plus Rn into 1 by Rn. Okay, this Rn will get cancelled. So finally II is I signal into okay, R signal divided by R signal plus 1 by Gm. Therefore II is equal to I signal into R signal into Gm divided by 1 plus Gm into R signal. Alright, now here the earlier if I assume R signal to be a value which is very much greater than 1 by Gm, or I can say that is same thing, Gm R signal is a value which is very greater than 1. See, I want to make this as II is equal to I signal, and in order to make that I have to make this value very much greater than 1. If it is very much greater than 1, numerator and denominator will get cancelled, right? So then I can write II is I signal. Okay, so what this means is that this means whatever input source, signal source you have given, current source you have given, okay, the same current will be there at II also. So that is why you call this as current source, current follower, not source, current follower, right? Because it follows whatever the current is coming from the input signal, right? So current follower circuit. Okay, also called unity gain. Unity circuit, sorry, unity current. 1 minute, guys. Yes, Satinappa. ఏందికిదో
ಇದು ಕೊರೋನಾ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಅನ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಎಷ್ಟಾನೋ
yeah, okay, that was it. Right, so this is called the current follower circuit or the unity current gain amplifier. Right, any queries still here? Any queries still here? No? Then in that case we are left out with one thing. We have to find out what is R naught now, R out now. So R out, from this you can directly tell that it is RD, right? So So R out is actually RD, and and if you look at this entire circuit as one block, okay, this is one block, right? Here if I give I, okay, the same I will appear at the output side. This is the input side, this is the output side, right? If I give the current I, the same I will be appearing at the output, but here the output impedance will be higher. Okay, output impedance is higher. Here input impedance is low. This is CG amplifier. Input impedance is low. Okay, so this is what a CG amplifier is. Also called, it's also called a cascode current, which we'll see earlier later when we encounter current steering circuits. Okay, so cascode amplifier, it's one of its main application. Okay, it's also called cascode amplifier. Okay. Any queries till here? No queries? Alright then. Then in that case we'll stop this. In the next class I will continue with common drain, that's your source follower amplifier. Then we'll look at some problems. Okay, in this module we will have a lot of problems.